Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming. And welcome back to our Let's Play of Ultima 7, Part 2, the Serpent Isle. We are still here in Fawn. We're talking to everybody. When we left off, we had some captains we have to talk to over here. Let's get some chit-chatting going to these guys. Greetings, good sir. Welcome to Fawn. I am Great Captain Joth. Thou canst call me Joth. 'Tis always a pleasure to meet a pikeman. What about the storms? 'Twas a storm that ran me ship around and took me from the sea. 'Tis fitting that these demon storms will be the end of us all. They have taken all me old friends, plucked 'em right off the water or drowned 'em deep. Never thought I'd live to see the day when Fawn's fleet was brought low. Tell me about the goblins. The goblins have always been like fleas infesting this part of the land. We stomp on 'em good and hard, and they crawl back to wherever hole they crawled out of. But since this Pomdurgan brute came along, there's been no driving 'em back. Well, he's dead. Pomdurgan's larger than most goblins, certainly. Meaner, or he would never have gotten the brutes all under his command. I'm almost willing to believe that he's half demon. Well, I mean, he's been cut in half by the demon of the Avatar. Aground. 'Twere a handful of years ago, and me body remembers it like 'twere yesterday. I was fouled in a mass of rigging when me ship was thrown into the shoals. Seth the healer patched me up right enough, but that were the end of me sea-going days. Never dreamed a crusty old salt like myself would end my days on the great captain's council. Your friends? Good seamen all, fishermen and captains alike. These cursed storms have taken every good man from Fawn's shores and left me alone with these land crawlers. 'Tis enough to make a man think about walking into the sea at high tide. Demon. There are demon ruins all around this land. Thou canst not miss them. They are all covered with evil-looking serpents. Some say the demons are still here. They say the civilized man drove them underground when we settled here. Haven't ever seen one. Wouldn't want to neither. The fleet? Fawn used to be able to bring in enough fish for us and the other cities besides. Now there's nothing but a few old rowboats left. Well, that's no good. And what's worse, Lady Yolinda tells me that I'm to be in charge of the restorations. Restorations? Restoration, she calls it, like there was something to restore. But drawn the reports and plans I have as ordered. But tell me, if thou canst, how Fawn is to build ships when most of the shipwrights are drowned. Or tell me how we're to acquire the wood to build with if these storms have us running like rabbits to a hole. And Volden sits holding the money, telling me 'tis unsafe to begin building, as if I had ballast for brains. But he doth not have to report to Lady Yolinda. I do. Seth. Seth's gone too. Only the goblins got him. Put him in the big old stew pots, they did. What's the word coming to? I ask thee. If it isn't vile monsters, it's nature herself what is turned against us. Nature herself. 'Tis plain that thou art not a seaman. The rain's the tears o' nature, and the wind that be the breath of nature. Whenever there to be a bad storm, 'tis nature's anger. I'll wager that she be fearsome upset about now. Okay, the great captain's council. Aye, 'tis the great captains what advise Lady Yolinda in the workings of trade and the fleet. Things what some feel that women have no interest in. The great captains be myself, Garth, and Volden. Lady Yolinda. She be the ruler of Fawn. 'Tis Lady Yolinda what doth do the meetin' and greetin' and all what wish to trade with Fawn. And Lady Yolinda be the one what makes the official decrees and laws and such, after she counsels with us, of course. Ha! Garth? Garth be no more than a green lad with a passion for the ladies. Never been to sea that I know of, some great captain that is. But his family had money and lots of trade smarts. Could do worse for a council member, I reckon. Could put poor old drinking Olan in the sea. Ha! Olan. One of my best fishermen we had till the day he watched his ship go down. 'Twere during one of these weird storms and Olan had miscast off. He was fixin' to row out to the ship when it were hit by that freak lightning. All of a sudden, it weren't no ship. It were a grain wagon. All hands drowned, and Olon thinks he's a doomed man. If thou were to ask me, I'd tell thee that we all be doomed, so why not bury our troubles in the bottom of nail glass? But no one hath asked old Joth nothin', so I got go about me business. And Volden. Now Volden were a captain all right, and a guardsman to boot. He likes to run things, be in charge. Suppose we're only natural that he end on the council. Now he doth have Garth and me to bully, and Zulith and Callista at his beck and call. Zulith? Looks like for a bright green flare, that'd be Zulith in his flashy chancellor robes. Puffs like he's important, running messages from the palace to the great captains. But everyone's laughs real quiet behind their sleeves. Zulith is a vengeful little man, and thou had best be wary around him. Callista. A wondrous filling between the covers. She is? Wow. Callista certainly knows the secrets of use and beauty to obtain what she wants, if not before the oracle callin' revelations. Then in a man's bedchamber. Callista is the priestess of beauty, but, between thee and me, I think she would rather be called Lady Callista, if it pleases thee. She hath a firm hold on Zulith's tether, 'tis certain. Revelations? Straight from the heavens, to hear Callista speak of it. Never found much use in 'em myself. A fisherman don't see much beauty out hauling in nets all day long. And the oracle. 'Tis a wonder to behold, make no mistake. A true magical type of thing. Used to draw quite a crowd before the storms weren't so bad. Pretty to look at, for sure. Goodbye. All right, so that was the first one. So that was Joth. Let's talk to this guy. Welcome to Fawn, noble pikeman. We are honored by thy presence. I am Captain Garth. Call me Garth. Tell me of the storms. Without question, these storms are unnatural. If they do not cease soon, Fawn will perish. Already our livelihood hath been taken from us, and women weep at the loss of those who once sailed in our fleet. We have no idea what became of them. Goblins. We have battled goblins since the time of Fawn's founding. We drove the savage creatures from this area when we settled here. Because of their innate cowardice, we have always been able to drive them away with ease, until Pomdurgan gathered them under his leadership. Pomdurgan is far more cunning than normal goblins. He hath attacked Fawn without respite for nearly a year now. His attacks have grown more daring of late. Attacks. Without Pomdurgan leading them, the goblins would never had the nerve to take the Pikeman Tower, and was responsible for the death of Seth, Fawn's healer. Delphinia is all we have now. Delphinia, she's a horticulturalist. Her knowledge of herbs makes her the only logical choice as healer when Seth was killed. Delphinia hath been a sad lady since Callista arranged to exile the Fellowship sailors from the city. She cannot decide whether she is glad that Ruggs is gone or not. Poor lady. So Ruggs is with the sailors outside the city. Okay. Ruggs. Ruggs is one of the Fellowship sailors. He's a good man who thinks that Delphinia put the stars in the sky. The only problem is that he is hideously ugly. Ruggs could curdle milk with that face, but he is a gentleman. Fellowship sailors. They sailed in quite a while ago. We had never seen the like of their ship before. Then one of them proved to be a charismatic leader who spoke eloquently of some new belief called the Fellowship. It appalled too many people, especially the women. Callista was mightily put out. I will tell thee. So she blamed the storms on the strangers and had them banned from the city. She still has everyone atoning for their transgressions against beauty. She says the storms will not stop until the heavens are appeased. I do not think she knows when or if they will stop. The fleet? After the lighthouse was lost, the fleet sailed only in the daylight hours. There was no other choice. But the storm seemed drawn to the water. They took the ships as well, one by one. The ships. A few, we know, were lost at sea, transformed into blazes knows what. The others could have been transported to the frozen mountains for all we know. None have been seen again. Livelihood? As thou canst see, Fawn is built upon the water. We are, or were, fishermen by trade. That is how we fed our people, and how we traded with the other towns. We have lost most of our men to the sea and storms. We do not know if they were drowned or transformed. Now Lady Yolinda hath charged me with the task of finding a way to sustain our people until we can rebuild our ships. To be truthful, I am not hopeful. Lady Yolinda. Lady Yolinda is a ruler of Fawn, at least in name. Zulith fetches and carries for her and makes her feel important. But the truth of the matter is that Fawn's real power lies in the hands of Joth, Voldin, and Callista. Joth is the other captain. Joth is a fine seaman before his injury, but he had little use for the politics of those on the land. He doth do his best to represent the interests of the fleet, but it is plain at heart is still at sea. Without his support on the council, I am locked against Voldin and must defer to his seniority. If Joth would wake into life as it is, Fawn would be in far better shape. Injury. Before one of the freak storms hit, a fine lighthouse stood near the town to guide the fleet home at night. During one very bad storm, its light went out and the sailors could not see to make their way back to the docks. Joth ordered his ships to stand near the shoals and set fire to her sails so that the remainder of the fleet could find their way in. All of the ships docked safely that night except for his. A freak change of wind cast his ship aground and he was trapped in the rigging. The healers say his back will never be the same again. He can never go back to sea. Aw, where's the lighthouse? The heart seemed to go out of the sailors when the storms exchanged our lighthouse for a haunted building. They believed that it was a bad omen. They were right. Haunted building. Joth led a party of sailors and guardsmen to check what happened to the lighthouse. We suspected goblin mayhem to lure us out of the city. The party returned pale and shaken. All they could tell us was the lighthouse was gone. In its place was a strange, haunted building. I know no more than I must concern myself with, trying to provide Fawn with food. Okay, tell us about Callista. Callista is the priestess of beauty. She's a very ambitious woman who is not above using her feminine wiles or the words of the oracle to obtain what she wants. Callista holds Zuith in her thrall, I know. I think she seeks to use Voldin to gain power of her own, but Voldin thinks to use her as his own pawn. 'Tis a monumental game, and I fear Fawn is the prize. The oracle. The oracle is a strange magical device, built long ago as an instrument of truth. But of late, its revelations have become echoes of Callista and Voldin. I do not know how they accomplish this, but I am certain that their plots are anything but divine. Revelations. When I was a lad, the oracle was called on to settle disputes and reveal the truth. Now it pronounces marriages based more on wealth and power than on love. The oracle hath become a political tool, and I have no idea how. Voldin. Voldin is the senior member of the great captains. He is a very ambitious man with strong opinions and no great love for our fishing captains. The fishing captains? Voldin hath long been a bully, from his days as a guardsman to his days as a sea captain. Few sailors were willing to serve under him for long. When a council seat opened, they begged Lady Elinda to appoint Voldin to the post. They told her it was an honor to his years of service. But Voldin knows, as doth every other sailor, that it was to bring him off the sea. This was a vaster mistake than anyone could foretell. Opinions. Voldin doth have a very limited opinion of a woman's intelligence. He doth not believe that they are capable of making decisions more challenging than what to wear in the morning. I fear that Lady Elinda is too easily led by Voldin's wishes. And then Zulith? He's the messenger between the great captains and Lady Elinda. He takes orders well enough if thou dost stroke his ego enough. But if thou shouldst belittle him, beware. He hath the ears of both Yelinda and Callista. Okay, so a lot of info there. He's one captain left, which is going to be Voldin. So that should be you, I believe, right? Oh, look at his cool mustache. Welcome, good pikeman. Thy presence honors us. I am great Captain Voldin. Ah, the storms. The storms are a regrettable consequence of incurring the heavens' displeasure. I am certain that our punishment will end soon if we adhere to beauty's truth. The goblins. Thou hast Fawn's thanks, noble pikeman. Lady Elinda was quite distraught until thou didst retake the tower from Palm Durgan in the goblins. Palm Durgan. I do not know what evil spawned such a fearful creature. Palm Durgan is easily larger than the other goblins and twice as fierce. All the other goblins fear him. His first foray against Fawn cost us our healer, Seth, and now he hath led the goblins to undertake the pikeman tower. I'd give much to see his head on a pike. Should I have brought his head back? Do I need to bring his body around with me? I don't know. Seth. Seth was a stubborn man, but a good healer. He refused to take a guard contingent along with him to hunt herbs. He said that the guards did nothing but trample what he was looking for. Unfortunately, such stubbornness cost him his life. By the time the guards caught up with the foul creatures, they had eaten all but his head. But perhaps the worst part of the tale is that Fawn is left with only Delphinia as a healer. Delphinia is a nice enough woman, but she has no healer. She's a horticulturist, not even an herbalist, but she's all we have until these cursed storms lighten. I fear, however, she hath fallen under the spell of one of those infidels. Ruggs, I think his name is. Ruggs? Ruggs is so ugly that his sins are written plain for all to see, but Delphinia seems to find him compelling. I'm told she speaks sweetly as doth his companion Leon. But I expect all evil things are compelling in some manner, else how would any good person be tempted by them? Lady Olinda. Lady Olinda is the most beautiful woman in the city. She rules Fawn with the aid of the Chancellor and the Great Captain's Council. Great Captain's Council. The Great Captains take much of the weight of mundane affairs from Lady Olinda's schedule. Garth, Joth, and I oversee the trade and the disposition of the fleets. Wait a minute. Is this an I, not a J? It's so hard to tell some of the way this script is written. The fleet. These severe storms have cursed the total loss of all fishing ships. Fawn once supplied fish to the other cities, but that is a thing of the past, I'm afraid. Even if we were able to rebuild the ships, we have almost no able-bodied men to crew them. This may be the death knell of Fawn without the proper guidance. Joth. Joth's an old fishing captain who had to be forcibly removed from the fleet, I'm afraid. I don't think that he quite realizes that he isn't on the deck of a ship anymore, poor man. He thinks we can rebuild the fleet with little or no money. We humor him as best we can. Garth? Garth is a merry lad. He could never have gotten a council seat without his family's money. He spends his days chasing skirts, which is just as well, as it keeps him out from underfoot. The Chancellor. The Chancellor is Lady Olinda's chief assistant. He conveys messages to and from the council to her ladyship and makes public proclamations of Lady Olinda's judgments. If thou wish to matter brought before her ladyship, thou must first speak with Zulith. Look for a small man wearing bright green robes. It will be the Chancellor. Beauty's truth. Everyone is drawn to that which is beautiful. Therefore, if we strive to honor and protect all things beautiful, our lives will be fulfilled. All good and honest people are beautiful. Heaven's displeasure. Out of misguided kindness, we allowed infidels to enter the city. They spread their contagion, corrupting many of our people to their misguided ways. This displeased the heavens. The storms were clearly sent to punish us. What were the misguided ways? There's one among them, Leon, who preaches of something they call the fellowship. While I'll grant that he is a powerful speaker, he is clearly a misguided fool. Who in their right mind would believe that the world could be changed by such simplistic views? What are those views? What man can honestly expect that the neighbor who covets thy land will not do everything possible to acquire it? Wouldst thou, like a trusting woman, trust such a neighbor to act in unity with thee and work to become worthy of owning thy land? Ah, look at his misogynistic ways. I'm going to say no just to appease him. Of course not. Thou art a man of the world. Thou knowest that thou canst acquire only what thou takest. Tell me about the infidels. The sailors camped outside the city are infidels. They do not follow the path of beauty. They came to our city claiming to be from Britannia, which, as many sailor knows, is pure fiction. The priestess was right to remove their ugly dishonesty from our midst. The priestess? Callista is the priestess of beauty. She receives the wisdom of the oracle and interprets it for those of us who cannot understand the words of the heavens. Callista tried to dissuade us from allowing that false prophet into our city. Now we are paying for our folly. Tell me about the oracle. The oracle is an instrument of the heavens. Its words are divine revelations to those who follow beauty's truth. The revelations. Thou hast not heard a revelation from the oracle yet? No, I haven't. Thou shouldst go to the temple. Judging by the time, there will be another revelation soon. I'm certain that thou wilt find it an enlightening experience. Okay. What's back here? What do we got? Couple crates with some spindles of thread, more thread. Okay, looks like they are importing thread and cloth, bales of wool. Okay. What's going on back here? Yeah, more cloth. Some fish. Let's just go ahead and grab this fish while we're here. Can't go wrong with a little extra food. Especially now that we know that we can catch fish ourselves. I think that will help us quite a bit. Ooh, is this upstairs? Yes. What is in this little box right here? Booze? Aha. A magic scroll of great ignite. Let's grab... Oh, some free fishing poles. We didn't have to buy a fishing pole. Who's got the magic bag? Who's got the bag of magic? I think you do, don't you? No. Is the avatar carrying it? Is it in our bag full of reagents and such? Yeah, there it is. Get out of here. Let's grab that. So we now have a scroll of translation. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. We now have unlock magic, translation, great ignite, translation. We have a lot of scrolls of translation. We can translate everything we ever need to. Ooh. Hold on a minute. What is this little box up here? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Can I move these? Pardon us, folks. Who is this? Get away from me. Why is this guy Olan, go away. Get away from me, you drunk. Seriously. Have I not done this correctly? Do I have to do it like this? Can I reach it now? Ah. I wonder, can I walk up? How high of these can I walk up? Not quite. I need... So I probably can't get up this, I would guess, right? Like, this is probably too tall. Can I walk on these bales? Yes, so these are tall enough. Can I do this? I can't quite get to that. I guess there must not be anything in there worth grabbing. Oh, well, I thought maybe it was like, yeah, it was this game. Yeah, there was a place in the test where we had to, like, get up on to get to the top of a pillar. A small rock. Oh, goodness. Small rock became debris. Always scary. Alright, so that was this big old house over here. Let's go to the side here. What time is it? It is 3:24 p.m. in world. There's a couple of houses here. Let's see what these are. So here we have some kind of someone's house. What's that? A letter opener. Okay. That's why it looked like a little sword. We've got a table and some statues. We got the money. We got a potion. Let's give that to our potion pouch on our buddy here. Whoop. Now, what's up here? Some guy. Anything in his desk I care about? A dagger and an abacus. Oh, is this the palace? Wait, before we talk to him, I just kind of want to see what's going on over here. Stop it, Grug. Okay, this must be the palace. That must be... Who is this? Just a woman. That must be Yolinda, so I'm going to guess this with his green on. This is probably Zulith. Let's hold off on talking to anybody in the royalty yet. Let's not get involved in that yet. Let's see about these other places. There's another kind of small house here. I think that's the Oracle. In here, we've got some cheese, some bread. I tell you, speaking of food items, I've been playing... Now, of course, this actually will go up pretty soon. I've been playing Pal World, just as something to play for myself, not recording it. And I tell you, that thing has food that rots super quick. Oh my goodness, what is this? It's our magic armor. Oh, this must be her house, remember? Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. We got magic armor over here. Hold on. Okay, money. That goes to Grug. Take this off, and let's put on some magic armor. Oh, goodness. Now, I think this is pretty good armor. What's the weight on this? Can one of our leather guys wear this regular breastplate? How heavy is this? 39. I mean, it's almost the same as this leather. In fact, it is. Why don't we swap you out for this so you look cooler? I just like the look of that. That's awesome. What do we have here? Fishnet stockings. Probably don't need those. We got a couple... Ooh, white potions and such. Come hither, potion man. We have more items for the potion bag. We don't have any black potions yet. That's new. We have purple. This is a blue. Different kind of potion. It's different than that one. And what do we have here? A necklace. A necklace, but not jewelry. So, let's see. Where's our... Wait a minute. This keeps track of things? I didn't know this got updated. I didn't know this got updated with information when we found it out. Oh, that's cool. Well, we got our magic armor back. That's pretty awesome. What's up here? What do we got? Is this going to be where the Oracle is? Oh. This is locked, is it? Can't pick this lock either. Got to go in the front door. Gotcha, game. I see what you're doing here to us. Can we play the harp? We can. Oh, yeah. Okay, is this staircase going to be the fall of the party that we can't figure out how to go down it? There we are. Good job, team. Sometimes doors and staircases tend to be our biggest enemy. So this right here is the Oracle Temple. Let's do a save. Just in case things go wrong. Alright, what do we got? We got a locked door. Can we pick it? What? Let's try picking this lock. Hold on. Okay, let's try key ring. Okay, we do not have a key for that lock. This door also looks locked. I bet you will need a key ring for that too. This is also locked, so we can't get in here. It wants to prevent us from going in that section of the building right now, which is fine. Ooh. A statue. How nice. Ooh, all kinds of stuff in here. That must be the trader. What's in here? Okay, a little room, but just some tables and a bed. Nothing really useful. We got a statue. This is locked. Go ahead and save up here. Let's get our pick back. So what do we have in here? Some kind of museum of items. Lots of gems. What are these? It's a glass countertop. So there's... I can activate the loot, but not anything else in there. So gems, basically, just a land of beauty for people to look at. Then over here we have a big fancy house. Someone's big fancy house. A place with grapes and cheese. And here we've got a jar. More jars. What is this? Is this bread dough? Yep, bread dough. A stove. Okay. Somebody's fancy dining room. Somebody's really fancy first. Look at this. Leopard rugs. Is that a parrot? Pretty bird. Nice. Very nice. A quill holder. Is that an apple? That's ours now, so that is. Hand mirror. Some parchment. Ugly bird. Speak for Oh, YOLO had a little talk with the parrot. That was great. What do we have in here? Oh, we have the food. Thank you. We have another black potion. You know, somebody, I can't remember the name. Somebody on a comment put in a whole list of what all the potions do. And I'm going to have to print that out so I've got it in front of me. The next time, I want to know what a potion does. It was very helpful to look through. Of course, my terrible memory makes it not as helpful as it could be. That's because I'm an idiot. But lots of useful info. Ooh, we got a book. No such thing as fairies. Have we read this before? I don't remember. I think we have. Yes, we read this book by Gant. We read that already. We read about the fairies. Steal some money. It looks like we have got a key to something. Add that to our key ring. Let's see here. Maybe it's a key to some of these locked doors. Are these locked? No, not locked. Oh, let's not go in there. Oh, goodness. Who knows what would happen? Somebody can sit here and do a painting. That's pretty cool. I like this eagle on a globe thing. I want one of those in my house for real. Oh, the sound of those fountains are awful. All right, what do we got up here? Another This painting looks very suspect. Thank goodness it is very pixelated, or else I would probably have to put some kind of blurring in YouTube somehow. Which is not difficult, but hard to remember to do in certain things. This is off topic. I started recording myself playing some Monster Death Kingdom inside of Tabletop Simulator. I'll probably go back to that at some point myself. I don't know if I'll continue to record it. It's just fun to do myself to play it solo. But the art for that game is a lot of things that needed to be blurred out. I tell you what. Oh! Look at this! Chain armor, gauntlets, a kidney belt. We got more money. Whose house is this? Dupre just has a junk helmet, right? Yeah. Let's get this off you. Let's give you a better helmet. That's what I'm talking about, Dupre. Also, Dupre has like chainmail on, doesn't he? Or does he have plate arms? Yeah, he's got... If I take those off, what are these? Are these leggings? Oh, yeah, those are leggings. Sorry. Is there anybody that we want to give plate leggings to? I don't think so. I think that that's a lot of weight, especially considering the rest of our team is out in the ranged weapon area. We'll hold off on getting them any kind of plate armor, I do believe. Now that we got our magic armor back, that's so awesome. And then down here is Delphinia. You know what? I think, do we want to go talk to the Fellowship people real quick? Maybe before we talk to Yolinda? That might be... What is that? Oh, it's a sundial. Okay. That might be the way to go. What I'm guessing. I am guessing that the Fellowship people are these folks right here, is my guess. So I think that is what we'll do, is head on over to... let's see. Head on over there. Let's not get lost. We went inside the... Oh, yeah, that was the shop with Crazy Man in it. I was just thinking to myself, did we go in there? Yes, we did. Oh, it is always an honor to serve the pikemen. I am Allison, daughter of Dien, and I am a weaver by trade. Oh, she just came up to us. Well, hey, let's ask about her stuff before we go down this route. Storms. The storms have not been kind to us, my lord. Without our fleet, Fawn cannot hope to survive for long. Goblins. The goblins have grown bold of late. They have often come to hurl themselves upon our gate. Thankfully, we have held fast so far. Their attacks bring fear in me and for Leon and his companions. Lady Yolinda hath forbidden them entrance to the city, even to her certain death to remain outside. His companions? Leon's companions are the sailors that brought him here. Their names are Scots, Ruggs, and Kalen. Kalen. Of the three of Leon's companions, I know the least about Kalen, and I have no desire to learn more. He always seems to be hovering about, staring at me. He never seems to be doing anything around the camp. Ruggs. Ruggs is a sailor, for sure, although he seems to take well to gardening, now that he's on shore. Thou canst not mistake which of the three is Ruggs. His face is hideous to behold, though he speaks fair enough. Scots. Scots is not precisely a sailor, I suppose. He's actually a cartographer. He is most often with his pens and ink, drawing intricate little lines. Lines. I surmise all those lines make a map. I do not know, but I do not know how he could be making a map either. He cannot go anywhere because of the storms. Okay, let's change the subject. Lady Yolinda. Lady Yolinda is the ruler of Fawn. Her word is law, usually delivered by her little shadow, Zulith. Zulith's official title is Chancellor, but he is little more than a glorified messenger. Leon, thou hast not heard Leon speak? Oh, thou shouldst. He doth tell of something wonderful, wherein all people are equal and capable of independent thought, something called the Fellowship. They can't find him at the camp outside the city gates. I had thought we had rid ourselves of that blight, but it seems it is following in Batlin's footsteps. The Fellowship. Imagine, my lord, imagine what the world would be like if only we trusted one another, worked together, and sought to earn that which we strived for. I imagine if women were not coddled or thought of as inferior, what would the world be like if we all listened to our inner voice? The world would be full of frustrated fools, I am sure. Another one who hath fallen prey to the empty promises of the Fellowship, Avatar. Change subject. What shall we speak about then? Let's talk about Fawn. Fawn is the city of beauty. Fawn, the city that lost love and vanity in the pursuit of power. Beauty nourisheth the senses, my lord, but love nourisheth the soul. The soul of Fawn withered long ago. The beauty? The people of Fawn are content to let the world end, as long as it doth not mar their beautiful view of the dying embers. Love. Love and beauty were once regarded as aspects of the same entity. Whoever loved was beautiful. Whoever nurtured the beauty of truth was loved. Now the two are sundered, and Fawn cares for no one but herself. The fleet. The storm stripped us of our ships one by one. Some were plucked away, even as we watched. Others left harbor and never returned. And beauty is cold comfort to those who have lost their loved ones. Thou hast not seen the storms hit and watched as someone vanished before thy very eyes. Actually, I have. I have seen that. Thou count my blessings, my lord. How about this engagement ring? I had heard that thou hadst been asking after me, that thou didst have an interest in my missing engagement ring, or perhaps in the gauntlets that replaced it. That is it, indeed. I thank thee for telling me, but thou mayest keep it if thou wishest. Gauntlets? I assume that the gauntlets are thine. They are clearly meant for someone more adventurous than a mere weaver. Wouldst thou like to have them back? Yes, please. Then thou shouldst have them. Here. Why do you want me to keep the ring? If thou wouldst wish the honest truth, I do not think that my beloved Keth will ever come back from wherever that storm took him. Therefore this ring hath only melancholy memories for me. 'Tis jewelry hath become bitter to me. Keth. Keth and I were to marry, but it was not fated to be. He was first mate to one of the largest merchant ships. On one of his voyages he purchased the engagement ring from an artisan in Moonshade, as I recall. But then the storms came, and the ship began disappearing, and eventually it was Keth's ship that never came back. Change subject. Persons like thou, brave adventurers, could be useful in times like these. Oh! I accidentally skipped a line of dialogue. I'm sorry. Wouldst thou be willing to aid us in liberating the city from false traditions and evil schemes? Yes, sure. I'm the Avatar. It's what I do. Perhaps. If thou wilt only let me explain the concepts, I am certain that thou wilt join our cause. Okay. What are the false evil schemes? The oracle is supposed to speak only the truth, yet it too often parrots the words of the priestess and the great captains. We do not believe that truth only serves those in power. We think that someone hath corrupted the oracle. The great captains. According to all of our traditions, only women are capable of ruling in Fawn, for only women are capable of true beauty. The highest station which a male can hope for is to serve one of the great captains. These men serve as Lady Yolinda's advisors. Yet they do much more than merely advise. There are three of them, Garth, Joth, and Volden. We've met them already. Garth? Because he is the youngest of the captains, we had hoped to find a way to persuade Garth to support our cause. When one of us spoke with him, he claimed to be sympathetic to the cause, yet Garth says he is afraid to confront Volden with our suspicions. I do not trust him. Joth? The sailors trust and respect Joth. In mine heart, I cannot believe he is part of any conspiracy to control the oracle. We thought of asking Joth to aid us, but he hath not been the same since the storms. He doth live in his memories, and stare out to sea. I think he cannot stop yearning the return to sea long enough to be of much help. Volden. Volden is one who truly controls the great captains. I think he would make himself ruler of Fawn if he could find a way. Volden is a cruel man who secretly despises women. If there is an evil scheme, then Volden must be the mastermind. Lady Yolinda. She, too, is a prisoner of beauty. Yolinda must not strain herself, lest she mar her perfect appearance with any sign of weariness. The great captains, therefore, have usurped many of her duties on the pretext of sparing Yolinda from tedium. I do not think the lady to be the mindless, spineless creature which some others do. I think she is a victim of this system. The priestess. Callista is the worst example of this pernicious doctrine of beauty. She believes that her attractiveness marks her as superior to all others, and that her sensuality is a divine gift by which to influence men's minds. Callista is lustful and greedy, but she is also cunning. She is very dangerous to us. Who are we? What's that we? Most of the young people of the town belong to the cause, but they are not willing to say so publicly for fear of exile. I am also pleased to say that Leon supports us, as do the other fellowship members. Oh no. False traditions? According to legend, the oracle was brought by our ancestors from Caesarea, our homeland. It now stands in the Temple of Beauty. Our traditions teach us that the statue is an infallible guide to truth and beauty, but we suspect that the legends are false. Guide to truth. The oracle actually speaks. All of us have heard it. It speaks in reply to the priestess of beauty. The statue of beauty only speaks at certain times, such as during the spring festivals or when the city needs special guidance. According to tradition, it will also reply to the ruler of Fawn. However, I've never seen Lady Olinda speak to the statue. She leaves such duties to Callista. Change the subject. Now that I have explained it, thy duty must be evident. Wilt thou join us in this cause? Sure. Yes, thy courage doth delight the soul of a weary rebel like myself. Be ready at any time, for one doth not know when the time to act shall arrive. We once tried to enter the temple during the night, while Callista was with one of her lovers, but the guards foiled our attempt. Nevertheless, look everywhere. Talk to everyone. See if thou canst find the clue that hath eluded us. Goodbye. So are we part of the rebellion now? Also, what do we get? Aha! Magic gauntlets. Is everybody else wearing chain gauntlets at this point? No, you are not. Put down these leather gauntlets and wear these chain gauntlets, good sir, so I can wear me magic gauntlets. Woo! Well, you know what? Avoid trouble. Sure thing. I'll be happy to avoid trouble. Let's walk out of Fawn. Let's head over to the Fellowship guys. Next episode is what we'll do, and we'll find out what they are doing here on Serpent Isle. Oh. That's Zulith, I do believe. What's he doing out here, I wonder? I don't know. We'll find out next episode. Until then, I want to say thanks for watching. Please tell your friends. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, we hope to see you soon.